Hey guys, this is DarkFayte here. This is gonna be a game review, and finally, well, actually, this is gonna be a game review for Mirror's Edge, and my pre-order, I just fucked over the pre-order because it was taking so long, so I went to another store and got it, and I have it now. So this is what it looks like, this Xbox 360 version. Um, so yeah, that's Mirror's Edge. So I'll start. Just to start off, it's a first-person adventure game. Has to do with parkour, free running, stuff like that. I've already explained all that in my first impressions demo review, so I'm not gonna go into that. So I'll start out with the story. The story is it's a utopian society. Um, the communication between people is highly monitored. So they have these people called runners, and they run information from point A to point B, from one person to another, so people can be able to talk to each other without the government knowing about them. And the story focuses around the story focuses around one runner named Faith, and she is the main character of the game. And basically, Faith has a sister, and her sister gets set up by a big head honcho of one of the big companies in this city, and it has to deal with Faith trying to clear her sister's name because her sister is a police officer, and police officers will be killed if they go to prison just because the people hate them so much. So that's basically what the story is, and it's extremely reduced if I just told you, but I don't want to ruin it for you. So that is a small synopsis of the story. The cutscenes take place in they're like animated. They're like animated cartoon cutscenes. I don't really like how they did the cutscenes. It kind of was lazy to me. Because the graphics are really good, so I don't see why they wouldn't just do it with the graphics. But they do what they're supposed to do, and it's still kind of cool looking. So that's the story. Let's go to the sound department. This game has an amazing soundtrack, including the theme song "Still Alive." It's a really good song. If you don't really know what that is, it's the song that's played during most of all the trailers, including the one that's the ad that's on TV right now. That's a really good song, and all the songs are good. It's a very futuristic sound to it, so I know it's just really a refreshing kind of sound. It's all very melodic and stuff like that. Other than that, the sounds for guns and jumps and the footwork and the breathing and all that kind of stuff, that's all top notch as well. That's basically it on the sound department. Let's move on to the graphics. Graphically, this game is really good. I mean, this is a very good game. They actually made a whole new lighting system, lighting program for this game, and you could really tell it's something new. I mean, the reflections and just like how things are lighted are really, really well done. The graphics are really good. Even if everywhere you're gonna go, it's very solid. Primary colors like white, red, blue, green, yellow, orange, stuff like that. It isn't very complex. It isn't complex at all. For color schemes of rooms and stuff like that. Just like I said, the primary colors and like blacks and whites and stuff like that. But it still looks really good and looks a lot more complex than it really is. Faith, her hands and everything, which is what you see most of the time in her feet, they're very well made. The hands look pretty realistic. They aren't like boxy. The soldiers that you fight, the people that you fight, very good. Graphics department, really good. Gameplay, which is the main hook for this game. So it's free running, so there's a lot of hops and jumps and running real fast and doing wall runs and all that stuff. All that stuff that you've seen in like a free running video is in this game, basically. They also have combat. The hand-to-hand combat is it isn't that great, just because sometimes your hits won't register in the person, or you might misjudge if you're gonna hit them or not, and that does get frustrating. But the disarmaments where you like take the person's gun and you just like basically they're knocked out with that one hit. When you get them right, it is pretty satisfying. But the combat is very frustrating. Um, the free running itself is amazing. It's very good, very fluid. Um, once it can be frustrating as well, just because you might misjudge how far a jump is, or you might forget to press a button at a certain spot and that will slow you down. But overall, it's a very polished system. It's very rewarding and satisfying when you're going fast, you're keeping your sprinting up, and you're able to do all these different moves in succession, and it's just very fun. I think. When I first got the game, I was very frustrated with it with the first few one or two levels, not including the prologue. Um, it was just very frustrating to me. I mean, I really wasn't getting the hang of it, but then once you start get further, there's 10 missions. Once you start getting further in it, you really start to get a hang of it, and it really just becomes a lot of fun. Um, the story mode is about 6 to 8 hours, no matter how long you take to do it. That's okay with me because I like having a short story for an action game. I mean, you get through it. Plus, this game it has immense replay value because of different routes you can take to getting to the goal. So yeah, that's the gameplay. They also have time trial, which is they have I don't know how many stages there are. I haven't unlocked them all, but there's a number of stages, and you just try to beat them within the time trial attack score. And there's a leaderboard worldwide, monthly, weekly, whatever you want to set it to. And that's just really fun. I was playing that for an hour or so, just trying to get up into the top 100. Um, Once you beat the game well, at least I beat it on normal. I don't know if you beat it on easy if you'll get it, but once you beat it on normal, you unlock the hard mode, or maybe you have hard mode from the beginning, but I chose normal. But you unlock speed run, which is basically the story mode, but you're trying to do it in a speed run fashion, which I thought that was really cool, and how a lot of people are into speed runs and stuff like that. So I just thought that was cool. Anything else? Enjoyability. This game, once you really start getting into it and learning the controls and learning what to look for, I mean, this game is really big on knowing what to look for and how to do things. And I mean, once you really get into it, it really becomes a really good game. It can be frustrating at times, and well, yeah, it can be frustrating at times, especially near the end, the final level. That really got me pissed off for a little bit. Some minor complaints and the story, which I thought was kind of weird, and the animation sequences for the cutscenes. So it would slow. It would skip, not skip a whole scene, but stop and have the buffer almost a little bit for it to keep going. And sometimes when you get an achievement, unlocked every single time you beat a level. Sometimes that causes the game to freeze while it's loading through the cutscenes, and that actually got me a disk read error a few times on the 360. But overall, I think it's a really, really good game. It's one of my top favorites of this year. For people that are just looking to try this out and they didn't really know much about it or anything like that, and you don't really like the whole idea of free running and stuff, I would suggest a rental, don't buy it. I would give it for people that aren't really that interested, but they still want to try it out. I'd give this game about an 8.7. But for people that have been looking for this game for a while and they are into the free running society and stuff like that, I would give this game a 9. I think it's a very good game. Hopefully they can fix some of the problems in the second game if they make a second game. And yeah, I mean, it's just a really good game in my opinion. So this is Mirror's Edge. Rent it, buy it, whatever. Just check it out. It's pretty good.